Hey guys, Razer produces some of the most well-known and well-used equipment around the world for streamers, YouTubers, and beginners. And the Razer Seiren Mini is their entry level into all this. They have a whole lineup of equipment that they do produce. And for me personally, I think the three things I find at least to be the most crucial one is the design, the quality, and the performance. The design, it's usually the first thing that attracts you to whatever you want to buy. You at least have to be attracted to something before you start thinking about it. And as for the quality, it speaks for itself. It can look good, but it at least also has to at least have representative features that makes you enjoy using it. And then lastly, the performance. Now the performance I think is arguably the most important feature. The performance is what dictates exactly whether or not it is the driver for you. Okay, let's just talk about this microphone. It's a fairly looking standard microphone. It resembles a lot a stage microphone. It's only a few inches long. In terms of presentation, how it's put together, it's not going to be anything new, something that you've never seen before. It feels different, even though it looks the same. So it has a 14 millimeter condenser and a flat frequency response rate. Now what this means exactly is it's built for audio accuracy. A flat frequency response rate just means it's good for audio accuracy. It does look good for the type of microphone that it is. It's not a high-end level microphone. Even within Razer's own lineup, they do produce different various kinds of other microphones, and this one isn't even their high-end or top-tier microphone. But yet it still gets the job done and performs really well. You have to give it to them. At least it has some features that microphones at this range, maybe even at this budget, don't have. So in terms of just the quality, the raw look of it, the feel to it, it's a premium quality microphone just from the way it's presented and just from the way it's designed and all the features that it has. It's such a small package and it's easy to understand and easy to fall in love with, especially after some time of use, to gain a level of understanding and love and appreciate it for its level of frequency acceptance and its worth. So let's be honest and let's just get into the most important aspect about this microphone, or any microphone in general, the performance. So the Razer Seiren Mini is a super cardioid microphone. Super cardioid microphones are more sensitive to vocal plosives and wind noises. That is something to watch out for if you're going to be recording within close proximity. It is a portable microphone, so essentially you can record anywhere. Super cardioid microphones have amazing sound oscillating patterns. It renders them really great for single sound sources, especially in this case speaking directly into the microphone. For someone who is going to be, say, streaming or video editing, if you're speaking directly into the microphone and making sure that that is the only sound source going into your microphone, that works even best for super cardioid microphones because they work at their best whenever they have to record just from a single sound source. So if you swing directly into the Razer Seiren Mini, combined with the fact that it has a good pickup pattern, it's a super cardioid microphone, combined with the fact that it also has a flat frequency response rate, recording the Razer Seiren Mini is going to be a breeze for anybody because it's going to isolate your voice, and not only that, but it's really good for vocal clarity. Now, since they receive a lot of gain before feedback, the best way to use super cardioid microphone is if you have a boomstick or a microphone stand, connect to it that way. And the Razer Seiren Mini, the bottom can be unscrewed if you want to use it that way, if you want to connect it to a boomstick. So you can just go ahead and unscrew the bottom, in my opinion, plug into a microphone stand. So in this way you at least narrow the directional pickup and the acceptance angle for the best audio quality possible. And unfortunately, super cardioid microphones like this one are not really good for natural room sounds and any ambience. Now at the end of the day, you're going to be asking yourself whether or not, if you do go ahead and decide to get this, will you be satisfied? In regard to this microphone, I would make my decision based on two things. How much time am I willing to put into this, and what exactly my expectations are. So as a starter kit microphone, you can't really have outstanding expectations for it, especially given that it's just a starter level microphone. It's not going to be as good performance wise as some of the higher end level microphones even Razer produces, or even some that you might find elsewhere. If you temper down your expectations, it's going to be crucial, because once you do start, you're going to present yourself with realistic expectations exactly for what you're working with. Now, whether or not this is going to be your main driver, or for a lot of people just first step into video editing an audio recording is entirely up to you and how much time you're going to be putting into it. For me personally, I do think it's a good enough microphone just to start with, especially for beginners. I don't think it was only intended for beginners, but considering the restrictions you get, you can't edit the audio on the microphone manually by yourself. It has great recording sound quality, so I think performance-wise, starter-wise, it's good enough to start for beginners. It gets you somewhere, and it at least gives you some semblance of understanding when you first start recording and when you first start playing with it. I highly would recommend it as a starter kit level microphone, as a beginner level microphone for anybody that's just willing to start. And this is how the audio sounds recording directly to the microphone. I'm just trying to give you all that raw output of how the audio sounds. I ain't about to sing for nobody, but this is how the microphone sounds when it's picking up audio, especially vocal audio. And this is exactly what it's talking about. A super cardioid microphone is gonna do its best when it's picking up audio from a single source. Now the AC is blasting right now, so in my case I still have some background audio noise, so this at least will give you a raw output of how it sounds exactly when you're speaking directly into it, but there may be at least something else in the background. And I'm just doing my best trying to give you at least a raw output without editing the audio, just so you can understand exactly what you're working with, how the audio sounds, how it's picking up my voice, and just overall how it sounds, in case you're thinking about it, using it for yourself, for I don't know, streaming, singing, vocal, podcast, I don't know, whatever your intentions are. This is how the microphone sounds if you're trying to speak directly into it. You can also move the microphone backwards or forwards, depending on how you see fit for more vocal clarity, and that's gonna be entirely dependent upon you and how you see fit. I think the microphone would work best if it was hooked up on a microphone stand. In terms of audio quality, I think it does a fairly good job. I'm not gonna front about it. I think it does a decent enough job. I think it's fairly decent and good enough for anybody that's just trying to start and get a leg up, maneuver their way into this world of streaming, YouTubing, Twitching. Anybody that's just trying to get at least a good vocal clarity, a vocal sense of how the microphone sounds, this is how it sounds. And that's been it for me, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Jadija, and I'm out.